You're listening to Turi Writer's She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marcy Persky. In this installment, that thing you don't want to do, there's probably someone who can get you out of it. And Marcy Persky's heat wave, also known as the journey you aren't taking to the center of the earth. Do you have somebody in your life who is your excuse for doing a thing that you would want to do, but you'd be embarrassed to say you want to do?
Yes.
Okay, who's that person and what do you get to do?
I went to a Jonas Brothers concert with Eve.
Yeah, like that. Exactly.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
But you could say, hey, my daughter wanted to go to hear the Jonas Brothers, so I just went to keep her company and to drive with her. And yeah.
My very, very pregnant daughter. And it was down in Phoenix, and it was like 180 degrees, if I remember correctly.
Does the baby like the Jonas Brothers?
I think he's a deadhead. He likes Frankie's music.
Skips a generation, does it?
I guess.
Well, the dead do sort of have that baby vibe to them, where you kind of stumble, fall, start again. I could see the baby liking the dead.
What are you doing embarrassing, Turi?
It's not that. It's not that I'm doing anything embarrassing so much. It's when, well, in my case, as you know, I am lazy. Very, very lazy. So what I like, and this is really terrible, but I like it when I'm with somebody who says, oh, I have a broken leg. Let's call a cab. That's... That's what I like. I like someone who says, I'm completely allergic to pollen. Let's not go out in the heat.
Okay.
Things like that. I like that. If I were little, I would say it would be nice to have someone who was allergic to vegetables and all you could have is the chocolate. But actually, my kid knows someone who pretty much for a long time ate entirely sugar. She was allergic to eggs and she was allergic to gluten and she was allergic to soy, and she didn't like many vegetables. You get the idea. And she was a vegetarian.
Sugar would be the worst allergy.
And I thought I was being so clever. I mean, I would make these things, and there would always be one ingredient that I'd screw up. I think you should only be allowed to have a certain number of allergies, and after that, you should just have to stay home.
Maybe. It seemed my dad was allergic to eggs.
Okay. One.
And fish.
Okay.
Any kind of
two.
fish.
All right. That's
so,
two.
I did not grow up eating fish, which I really like now that I'm a grown up.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in my wires here. I'm like, I need to call a Criminal Minds BAU team or something.
I thought you were doing some kind of pole dance. It looked like.
No,
do you want to take a break while you untangle yourself?
I just got it.
Do you want to call whoever tied you up in the first place and say your safe word?
Oh, I got it. Thanks.
Oh, good.
It was scary for a second. I couldn't move my chair.
I've had that happen where you get stuck on something and you have to stop and go, okay, I will untangle. I will get the hang of this. Whatever has caught me will uncatch me.
This is the second thing that's happened today to disprove my my so-called independence of not needing anyone.
Okay. What was the first thing that happened?
Well, Jerry Garcia, the dog, woke me up, of course, at 4:30 a.m.
That's half an hour early for Jerry Garcia, the dog.
Half hour early.
Yeah.
Usually it's between 4:30 and 5. So I'm sleeping. I get up. I'm sleepwalking. Of course, I have to pee before I let him out of his kennel.
Yeah.
I knocked in this glass jar full of cotton balls.
Oh.
And shattered it all over my bathroom. So I tiptoed out of there, let him out, went back to bed, thinking, well, I'll just clean that up when I wake up.
No.
No, I got up. I got all the tools, the little vacuum thing and the broom and the dustpan and all that stuff to go clean it up.
And
Frankie had already done it.
Did
It
he
was
do,
all
did he
clean.
do it before or after he stepped on a piece of glass?
No, he didn't step on any glass. He heard the giant crash and knew
And
I had.
he knew that you would not be cleaning it up and that he would be the. I'm glad to hear that because whenever he cuts himself, it's another tube of crazy glue and it makes
I
me
know,
vaguely
I know.
nauseous.
He's the only person I know that he's literally crazy glued together.
Well, you can't fault him. I mean, now basically instead of stitches, they tape your cut together with like tape.
Yeah, I guess. I don't want to talk about blood.
Okay.
So there's a big storm rolling in
Yes.
finally
Yes.
because I told you we're very, very dry out here. It's like so dry that there's big cracks all over in our driveway and anywhere where there aren't weeds growing.
Have you lost any pets? Have they fallen to the center
Well,
of the earth?
that's what I asked Frankie the other day. I said, "Are we gonna like have sinkholes?" And he said, "No, there's bedrock underneath." And so that just made me sing the Flintstone song. But anyway,
Only you from the
the
town
day,
of Bedrock. Yep.
the
That's
other
you.
day, the day before yesterday at 5:30 p.m.,
Yes.
we were all sitting out on the deck, and all of a sudden everything started flashing.
Oh,
Power went out. It was 90 degrees. For 5 hours, we had no power. And the uh, electric company kept saying, "We don't know what's wrong. We don't know what's wrong." And I lit a candle and went in the house and sat there. And for like 2 hours, I watched this candle.
that's
Just
what
sat
you.
there.
Are you sure you're not the Grateful Dead fan? Are you sure?
I don't know. Frankie kept coming in and asking, "Are you sure you don't want me to start the generator?" And I kept saying, "Well, as soon as you get it all set up, the power will come back."
Yeah. Well,
Because
that's
that's
why.
usually what happens.
But that's why he should set it up.
Well, he did finally set it up, and the power didn't come back for 5 hours. Then the electric company says it was out because of weather. There were 220 homes in this general vicinity that were out, and we had no weather. It was just hot out. I hate when they make stuff up
That's
like
weather.
that. True, true, true.
We have record-breaking storms here last week. Just the whole neighborhoods were flooded. And we have some nut bucket tenants. You know, the kind of people that you can't talk to after cocktail hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can't have a conversation with them. So we have sprung some sort of leak in the building. And they're complaining that we have bad pipes. And I'm thinking, rain is not a pipe. Yes, we have to fix it, but no, it's not pipes. And it's very weird. And then you find out one of them is actually a water professional. I don't want to go into great detail here, but I'm thinking your wife must really, really, really have you where she wants you. If you're writing a furious text blaming the pipes for a thunderstorm, it just
A water professional.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just a swimmer. Could that be?
I have two words: Art Carney. That should tell you what he.
Yes, I
Yes.
get it.
A water professional. That's how
Art
I
Carney.
address
We
him.
are old.
This is fun because when you listen to the show and you're under 110 years old, you get to look stuff up and feel good
That's
about
right.
carrying your phone with you all the time. So you can look up
You
these
know,
people and you're like, who? It's who?
I sit there while I'm watching TV because I have to know the end of everything. So, and we watch a lot of old TV shows.
While you're waiting for the movie to come to the end so you can see it.
Yeah, I Google it. What's the end of this movie?
I see. Okay. Well, that's good because you're not the only one then. That's how you know.
No, I'm definitely
I just
not.
thought of something else that's unfair, as long as we're on our unfair
Oh,
kick.
yeah.
Yeah. We are expected to keep up with technology and contemporary music of all sorts.
Uh-huh.
And people who are of that generation are not at all obligated to learn what your 8-track tape does or who Art Carney is. So I just want to point out that that's not fair.
I am always surprised when my 30-year-old child knows classic rock songs. She can actually sing along when we're driving in the car to obscure songs I would consider obscure, at least to kids now.
Well, if you would consider it obscure, then truly it's obscure.
Yeah, actually, speaking of obscure,
Yeah.
I watched a documentary on the history of Devo
Oh, man.
last night on Netflix.
Everyone is taking credit for Devo for some weird reason.
Well, I think the Devo guys should have their own credit. It was a really interesting documentary.
Oh, really?
And I did realize that, like, I know all the words to their very first song, which was Jocko Homo, which I will not repeat to
No,
anybody.
don't.
But it's a really, really good documentary, and I am recommending it to you. And I will tell you, if you do a Google search on Mark Mothersbaugh,
Yeah.
your eyeballs will fall out because he's composed for almost every movie and TV show since 1982.
Why did I think it was pronounced Mothersbaugh?
Maybe it is.
I don't know. Might as well be Berg. It's GH.
I know Mark. I know that pronounced Mark.
Mark, it's good. It's good. Well, that would be the easy mark. Sorry.
But yes, this guy has won like all kinds of awards and stuff. And I never pictured him before
You
with
pictured
a flower
him
pot
jumping
on
up
his
and
head.
down in a weird jumpsuit screaming, "Are we not men?"
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
There, Devo.
there have been a lot of documentaries, and again, circling back to of people that you have to explain to half the people watching TV with you who they are before you can show them the documentary. Like I watched the Anita Pallenberg documentary,
Mhm.
and usually I'm just like, is this really going to make any difference? Really? Do I really need to know? But the good ones, you actually get a sense of the culture of the time. I think this show's getting way too cultural, though. I think we should talk about something way
Yeah,
less.
no, I watch murder documentaries.
There you go. That's a good one. That's not exactly high tone.
No, it's not at all. But let's go back to our power outage.
Yeah.
It was so freaking hot in this house because, as you know, we've got no insulation. This is a log house. So the sun beats on the house, warms it up, and it stays that way until the mini split cools it off. Well, we had no mini split, and the power came back on at 10:30, which is late for us. So we go to bed, and I could not go to sleep. It was so friggin' hot and actually humid.
Ugh.
It was, yeah. But then to say it was weather, and now we're having weather. And as you can see, I have the light off in here.
You have power, though.
Yep, I do. The light was flashing, but I think Frankie just did that to make sure that we don't podcast too long.
It's just flashing the lights like when people want to tell a speaker it's been 2 minutes.
Yep, that's exactly it.
I went to a Zoom meeting and I was amazed at how well I could predict who would run past their 2 minutes. But the nice thing about a Zoom meeting is when people run past their 2 minutes, you can just, if you're running the meeting, you can just mute them. It's rude, but effective.
I used to have to sit into Zoom meetings all the time when I was working for a certain political party.
Mm.
And people say the weirdest things. And I'm so happy that it was Zoom because I have no self-control. And I could mute not only my sound, but my picture when people were saying just like the utterly most stupid things or just like, have you finished third grade kind of stuff?
This is why when people ask what I like to volunteer, my answer is there a committee? And when the answer is yes, I say, then no. And if the answer is there a committee? And they say, no, you'd be the only one. I'm like, fine, I can do that.
Yeah,
No
that's what I
problem.
like, a committee of one.
Yeah, no committee for me. No, we do no committees. We do no committees of me. Oh, thank you, Frankie. It's pouring outside. There's your weather.
Raining in our window.
Oh, sorry.
Raining in the
Our bedroom
window.
window's open.
Whoopsie.
It's raining on our bed. It's
Well-
the pipes.
It's the pipes. Ah, yes, the pipes. Thanks for listening to the Turi Writers She Said What podcast. Assuming you like what you heard, you might want to leave us a good review and maybe pick up my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air, which you can get from your independent bookseller or that giant website that sells absolutely everything.